to whenever he hits the Vegas Strip.
My name is David Pete, known in the poker world as Viffer. I feel very lucky that I happen to be good at a game that allows me to make money. I mean, it's a great lifestyle. When I first moved out to Vegas, I came out here to play poker. I was very conservative, and as I started to make more money, I started to go out. Got introduced to the Vegas nightlife, which is great here, and you have a lot of fun. If you have money in Vegas, you get the best tables. You get a lot of publicity at the clubs. They make you look important. They make you feel good. There's been nights, you know, where we've spent more than some people make in a year. A lot of times it's an event. It's a lot of fun.
To be honest, a round of drinks at your typical Vegas nightclub costs more than most people make in a year.
Good point.
He straddled 8, right? So I can go 16.
Little bookkeeping to take care of. Xiao Zhang straddled to 800. Rick Rahim re-straddled to 1600. So action on the loose cannon. Who folds? Viffer, 9-8 suited. Calls.
Suited connectors on the button look pretty good in a juiced-up pot.
Barry calls. Antonio's out. Chow, King Deuce. He was the original straddler.
Play nice. Don't get greedy.
Chow.
Do not get greedy.
Okay.
Chow calls. Rahim, Ace, 4. Checks.
Not as nice as last time. Still a pretty strong hand, though. I mean, if you're gonna straddle, you want cards like I got.
4 to the flop. Trey King, trip kings for Chow.
I'd most certainly want to have the cards Chow's got. He's basically flopped the entire table dead.
Barry bets 3,000 with his 3s.
Barry might think his pair of 3s is the best hand.
Chow just calls. Rick folds.
If I had a king, I would have raised.
And Viffer's out.
There aren't really any draws in this flop, so once Chow calls, Barry's spidey sense is probably tingling.
That would have been the right raise, too.
The turn, 10 of hearts. Barry checks. Chow checks.
Chow's hoping to rope Barry in any way he can.
4 on the river. Barry checks. Chow fires 6,000. And Barry folds.
No, I don't have a king.
I had ace 4. I think my 4 was good on the river.
Well, I think I'm playing tight.
You are playing tight. Look, you're playing the nuts. That's all you play.
2 in a row for Chow.
King deuce, baby. It's calm. Let's try to good, man. It's pretty
Now
good.
let's start playing.
Hey, Troy.
Yeah.
I know you can rap. Let's hear something. Let's get it pumped up in here.
Oh.
Come on, don't be shy.
Rap about how you're going to double straddle this hand.
I double straddle, jump on like a saddle, put my money in there, don't be a baby with your rattle. I'm the man, freestyle, the top of the head, north side, 1,000 block. You heard what I said.
All right. Pretty good.
Yay!
Pretty good.
You can straddle for 1,200. You don't have to make a 6.
That's pretty good for a guy being stuck and doing it.
Yeah, right. Well, if I was up, I'd already be rapping.
We're trying to get him in a good mood, you know?
I'm in a good mood. I can't be all,
Poker player needs chips to be in a good mood.
I'm trying to be impressionable, or whatever you call it at the table, but can't do a lot of talking when you ain't catching a lot of hands, You got to think a little bit. Try to outplay these fish.
You think Troy's life story would be called Pocket 8 Mile?
Eminem's coming up next week. Viffer's raised to 2,500.
2 double ups, you'll get 1.
Suited connectors for Chow, who's on a winning streak in the big blind, but he gets rid of it.
Decides to tighten up again.
I just want you to know I'm too dumb to fold. I'm going to defend my straddle every time.
Good news.
Just so you know. So if you think you're just going to move me off of it, pick another player.
Viffer does not want to move Rahim off.
The flop misses both.
Don't tell me that's a king. Okay.
Rick checks. Viffer checks. Trey on the turn, which would have given Chow a straight.
Rahim's picked up a gut shot.
Go ahead. I'm going to check raise.
Rick checks.
Viffer's ace high is still the best hand.
He fires 3,000.
You need to come from behind, sir.
Rick calls.
You got me beat?
Last night, Rick folded an open ender and an overcard. Now he's calling with just a gut shot.
The river, 7 of diamonds.
Go ahead. I dare you to bet.
Rick checks.
Okay, I check.
Nah, you still win. I got 10 high. I had a lot of outs. None of them came.
All Rick's talking doesn't seem to be doing him any favors.
In the meantime, Viffer adds more cash to his kitty.
And the stats show that after 36 hands, he's at or close to the top in all these categories. Viffer's VPIP shows that he is getting involved in over half the hands. He's raised pre-flop 25% of the time, and he's won a staggering 83% of his showdowns. 3 huge reasons why Viffer is up nearly 70 grand.
Now you can straddle for 8. It's cheap.
Here's what I'll do. For the great rap, I'll give you a free roll on the straddle.
Now you can double straddle for 16.
Yeah, now you can straddle.
I mean, I give one free roll.
9 for Viffer.
And I'll take that. I'm not like him. I'll take that.
You're not like, what's that
No,
supposed
him.
to be? Okay.
He said he would, Barry said he wouldn't take the straddle.
Raised to 2,500. Pocket queens for Antonio.
Last night, Antonio mentioned a fear of commitment. Let's see how he handles these ladies.
A re-raise to 9,500.
Come on, I was calling 2,500.
9,500 is the bet.
Oh, man. I was calling 2,500.
All right.
Raheem folds. The loose cannon.
Deuces are better in here.
Potted. Straddled his hand. But he's not going to stick.
You have a lot of money, right?
Both players are deep stacked enough that Viffer's got the right implied odds to call.
And he does. Come on, Antonio. This is exciting. Stay up for it. It's pair versus pair.
I knew you were calling. I would have called.
4, queen, 4. Antonio flops a full house, but the action starts with Viffer. He checks.
Board may not look too scary to Viffer, but he's going to check to the razor.
Antonio fires 14 grand.
14,000.
Antonio's trying to build a pot and wants to make this look like a continuation bet, but it is a very big bet. So Viffer may read this as complete confidence from Antonio, especially since there was the re-raise pre-flop. Viffer has to decide if maybe his 9s were no good to begin with.
Good laydown.
A little misdirection with a smaller bet may have built a bigger pot for the magician.
Despite that, Antonio does pick up some cash. Viffer avoids some real trouble there, and as usual, Antonio does well with the ladies. We are coming back to Las Vegas for much more of the big game right after this.
Welcome back. Do you want a chance to be a loose cannon and win that NAPT passport? Log on to PokerStars.net. There are free qualifying tournaments every day. Now let's get back to the action.
Quick reminder, you'll also be able to find stats for every hand of this table, as well as bonus footage and clips deemed too hot for TV on the website. Hand 40 out of 150 as Fondiari calls with a pocket pair. Chow folds. Rick Raheem's in. The loose cannon on the button, trying to kick it into gear. Let's see what he's got. That'd be not much.
You can't win if you don't play, man.
Yeah, it's not even good enough.
Rick's got a point, but he's playing them all, and he's losing more than Troy is.
4 players to the flop as Viffer called and Barry checked. Trey 6 deuce.
Barry Greenstein flops the nut straight.
Viffer checks. Barry checks. As Fondiari bets 2,000.
Antonio's got a pair and a gut shot.
Raheem's out of here.
Viffer's got top pair.
He calls.